Something happened to me when I was 16 years old that changed my perception of everything forever. It was a normal day. I was doing normal things when I was suddenly faced with the inexplicable. I had been visiting a friend like I had done hundreds of times before, and when it was time to go home, I followed the same path I had walked so many times. It was a short walk through a small wooded park between my friend's house and my own. It was one of those beautiful fall days when the temperature was perfect, the leaves were full of color, and the late afternoon sun gave a warm glow. There was nothing unusual about any of this. A short distance into the woods, I was feeling as though someone was watching me or following me. I had no reason to feel this way, other than the occasional neighborhood bullies would use the park to smoke or just cause trouble. Something just didn't feel right. As I continued on, that feeling seemed to grow stronger. It made no sense. What happened next was so strange and so unexpected I sometimes struggle to process it. That feeling of alert quickly became surprise, then fright, then fascination. It happened so fast it was like time stood still. I caught a glimpse of something in my peripheral vision. I stopped and turned to see what it was. Then, as if in slow motion, I was seeing something so unbelievable that I really thought someone was playing a trick on me. Peeking from behind a tree no more than 20 feet from me was a small, golden-colored being that seemed to be glowing. I was frozen. I tried to comprehend what I was seeing. Then another almost identical glowing being emerged from behind a tree a bit further away. I know this all sounds made up or ridiculous, but it was real, and it was as difficult for me to grasp then as you listening to it now. As I stood there in disbelief, my mind was racing between fear and confusion. And that's all I could recall that day. When I arrived home, my mother was angry that I was late for dinner, which made no sense as it was only a 20-minute walk. Somehow I had lost well over an hour and I had no explanation for it. It would take me a couple weeks, maybe a month, before I could recall that day again. And when I did, it was like seeing through a fog. Now, nearly 47 years on, I still struggle to find answers or explanations about what happened that day. I do have a greater understanding in general, but no real clarity. This incident triggered a lifelong study of and interest in what we all now know as UFOs or UAPs and extraterrestrials or aliens. That's a large, strange pill to swallow by many or even most people. I've spent a lifetime avoiding talking openly about what happened to me, but it's ever present in my life. Over the last 47 years, I've had many other strange and unusual experiences. Some related to this experience, some not. It's difficult to summarize something so out there. I will state that I believe what happened to me was real without apology or justification. I will only say that my story hasn't changed in all that time. I saw what I saw, and the experience was real and sober, albeit terrifying. The obvious question is, who were these beings? Where did they come from? And what did they want with me? My question has always been, what really happened to me that day? I have my own theories, but mostly more questions than answers. I wanted to share this video, whether you believe me or my story. For me, it's not about belief. Sometimes we're faced with the incomprehensible, mysterious, and just plain strange. What we do with it is up to us. I will continue to search for answers and will probably find even more questions. The inexplicable is difficult to define.